Hey everyone, how's it going? Welcome to another Magic Arena Explorer video. So today we are playing a little bit of Boros Convoke. So this is a strategy that's already pretty well established in the format, very powerful one, but we are running it with a couple of new and interesting cards. So we have firstly Novice Inspector, which is a functional reprint of Thraben Inspector. So we have a 1/2 that you investigate when it enters the battlefield for 1 white mana. So this has very much replaced the 1 mana red vampire in this deck, Voldaren Epicure. So we essentially now have just 8 copies of the 1 mana Thraben Inspector style card. So that's one of our new cards. And then Warleader's Call, which is one which I'm going to try out in this deck. I'm not convinced this is quite the right build for it, as you know, it's a 3 mana enchantment that isn't adding anything to the board in terms of your creatures, but interesting nonetheless. So Warleader's Call is an enchantment that says creatures you control get +1/+1. And whenever a creature enters the battlefield under your control, it deals 1 damage to each opponent. So it's just a good way of kind of stacking up some additional damage. Obviously grows your creatures in a go-wide deck where you've been able to Gleeful Demolition, suddenly attacking with a load of 2/2s, perhaps 3/3s if you've also cast a Venerated Loxodon. There's some big game there potentially. And then you will recognise the rest of the deck from kind of classic Boros Convoke. So we have our other 1-drops. So Warden of the Inner Sky, which is a more recent addition to the deck, very powerful. 1/2 for 1 that you can tap 3 untapped artifacts and all creatures you control to put a +1/+1 counter on it and scry 1. And then as long as it has 3 or more counters on it, it has flying and vigilance. Now it doesn't matter how it got those counters, so you can, Venerated Loxodon similarly and make it bigger that way as well. Then obviously Gleeful Demolition, destroying any artifact, but if we control that artifact, so if we target our own Ornithopter or the clue token made by one of our inspectors, then we get 3 1/1 red Phyrexian goblin creature tokens, and then 4 copies of Ornithopter as well, providing that target for Gleeful Demolition, but also can grow and get bigger itself. Resolute Reinforcements, that's our 2-drop, so just a creature that comes with an additional 1/1 attached. 4 copies of Imadane's Recruiter, so this is a very good recent addition to the deck, kind of fulfilling the Reckless Bushwhacker role from the Pioneer version of this deck. So 2/2 for 3, when it enters the battlefield, creatures you control get +1/+0 and gain haste until end of turn, and you can also pay 4 and a white to create 2/2 white knight creature tokens with vigilance. And then our payoffs in the deck, so you will have seen these 4 copies of Knight Errant of Eos, which lets us put creature cards into our hand based on the number of creatures that convoked it, and then Venerated Loxodon, which puts a +1/+1 counter on each of the creatures that convoked it. Then our mana base, so we've got a lot of we are running Den of the Bugbear, but we really reliably need to be able to hit white mana on turn 1, just because of the fact that we've now got mostly white 1-drops. So we are running a large number of dual lands, a couple of Chef Net Dunes as well, and then an Iganjo for utility, and then, as I say, a couple of Den of the Bugbear, just because it's quite a good creature land in this deck. Not only does it help attack if you're flooding out a little, but the 1/1s it creates when it attacks can be pumped up by your other effects in the deck. So that is the main deck. Then in the sideboard, we've got a couple of Forged Devils, so specifically for dealing with kind of Llanowar Elves and that kind of thing. Rending Volley destroys white and blue creatures, seen this before. Containment Priest is all about stopping non-creature spells creatures entering the battlefield that aren't cast. So if the opponent's trying to reanimate, or if they're trying to blink something, that's those kind of classic shenanigans, then we can Containment Priest them away. Couple of Get Losts as additional removal. Rest in Peace is our Graveyard Hate. Thalia can help slow down the opponent's non-creature spells. Obviously now a bit of a non-bow with Warleader's Call and some of our other effects, but sometimes it will be the right thing to do. Redain, slowing down those opponents who are looking to rack the board or cast big splashy non-creature spells. And then just to finish off the sideboard, we've got 1 giant Cindermaw, 4/3 trample, players can't gain life, so if the opponent is trying to perhaps use an Angels deck or something similar and basically kind of get round of our big aggro curves, then giant Cindermaw is there as well. So that is the deck. Interesting new additions. I think Novice Inspector is obviously a slam dunk in the deck. Let's see how Warleader's Call does as well. I'm cautiously skeptical about this card, but it's always worth trying. And yeah, So let's go on to the ladder, see how we go on with this. Thank you very much for watching. Hit those like and subscribe buttons. Completely forgot my patter there for a moment. It's always the same, can't believe that. So yeah, hit those like and subscribe buttons. Plenty more Murders at Karlov Manor content to come. And yeah, let's go play some games. This seems like a decent enough start. I think we have our turn 1, turn 2 Ornithopter, turn 3 into one of our other creatures. So let's play Novice Inspector. We can pop the Ornithopter out, I think, here. Okay, yeah, Resolute Reinforcements is probably the right choice here, but let's see what they do. Yep. So we could crack our clue. Yeah, I think we will just pass the turn, because next turn we'll be able to clue... we'll be able to Thraben Inspector into one of our 5-drops. Is this collected company they're holding up? Entirely possible. Nope, just Fatal Push, that's fine. So let's play Thraben Inspector. And we'll just hold fire again. We're doing fine here. Okay, so our opponent is on a kind of sacrifice food deck. It's interesting, you don't necessarily see that a huge amount in the format anymore. Another Trail of Crumbs, sure thing. So we'll crack our clue. Ooh, ooh. Okay, so we have more choices here. So I'm tempted to pop down a Warleader's Call. Just start hitting the opponent a bit, I think. Ooh, Red and Realm Breaker. Okay, they're going to get plenty of value off their Trail of Crumbs here.
I will give you all the time.
So they're playing the new Insidious Roots card. No, fair enough. Okay, so I'm getting a sense of what they're doing here. So let's kill Red and Realm Breaker.
Claws at my mind.
Let's just tap the one creature for our Knight Errant here. Grab a Warden, I think. What does this do again? Creature tokens you control have never... Okay, so it's like a plant enabler. We do love a plant.
Today we carve our deeds into history. We're in this together.
Okay, I kind of get a sense of what's going on here. So let's Warleader's Call again. Pop Imidane's Recruiter into play. Now I don't think we have quite enough to kill the opponent here, but we should get as close enough that it makes precious little difference. Yep. So. Golgari food deck. Giant Cindermore seems fine here. Get Lost could destroy their trail of crumbs. And I think that's fine. What am I taking out? Might put in... Don't want to put in Rest in Peace as well to affect the graveyard. Yeah, let's do that. Let's take out Ornithopter. And one Knight Errant on the draw. That seems fine. Yep, this is decent. So, let's open with a Warden of the Inner Sky. Okay, they're going big on roots straight away. So, Thraben Inspector, Gleeful Demolition. Tap, tap, tap. Yeah, we'll keep that. We'll attack with Warden. So we're off to a pretty explosive start here. Yeah, they can eat our Rest in Peace, makes sense, I suppose, given what they have going on. So let's tap, 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 tap. Grab a couple of creatures. So we'll take Novice Inspector and Reinforcements. And now let's blow up their trail of crumbs. Now their life total's looking pretty dicey. So I think depending on what they do... Okay, Cauldron Familiar is fine. That's pretty risky, considering they know we have a Recruiter. Let's just go straight to it, I think. Okay, they go to 2. This better be good. So they get their plant tokens.
This will make a thrilling tale. Share in my glory.
Okay, let's blow up their witch's oven. So we have 7 creatures They have 5. Yeah, I think they're going to get us in this game, just because they've got 2... Yeah, we can't get through that attack. Interesting. Interesting new card, Insidious Roots. Non-token creature, so that doesn't help us there. Let's pop in Thalia. Take out Cindermore and 1 Imodane. Run it back. Yep, this is a good hand. I think I'm happy to shop in here. Ooh, okay, they're going to take Nathalia. No, okay, fair enough. Well, I'm happy with that, so let's play her. Play the old Thraben Inspector. Now I think we're just waiting and drawing cards. Mill 2 cards. Yep. Okay, they lose another Thoughtseize. That is A-OK with me. Let's draw with our clue. Okay, that's pretty good. So let's have some more white mana. Send in the creatures. Warden. Lethal Demolition. Don't need another Inspector here, I don't think. Yeah, that doesn't do anything by itself, and... Now I'm just going to blow it up. So this we should win here, I'm sure. Yep. Okay. Interesting new deck. May have to try that one at some point. Okay, we made a couple of minor errors in that first match that are worth paying attention to. Only taking 1 creature with Knight Errant was a bit silly. I forgot that it's mana value X or less rather than X number of creatures, so we will remember that in future. Okay, well, let's get as much onto the board as we can. Start growing our Warden. And I think I'm happy to just grow it again rather than attack. Don't need another Knight Errant. Okay, the opponent's on control. So, let's play Knight Errant of Eos. 1, 2, 3, tap 2 lands. Play around Censor, although they may just be running No More Lies now. No, they're not. Okay, fine. So let's take Imidane's Recruiter and Ornithopter. Tap some more creatures. Nope. Just constant knight erranting at the moment. So they might have a temporary lockdown. Oh, this is the Lotus Field version of the deck? Maybe. Wow. Didn't even wait for me to play the Recruiter. Outrageous. Okay, well, Thalia, Redain. Do I want Rending Volley as well? Yeah, let's play that. Can't hurt. And we will take out Warleader's Call, as I think it's too vulnerable to being countered. Trim one each of these as well, and one Recruiter. Just get rid of some of our top end and try and go as wide as possible, as quickly as possible. Well, it's not the quickest, but it has Thalia and Redain, so it's hard to say no to, I don't think. So we are very much drawing all of our top end here. So let's get Thalia down. So this will stop them from playing Discontinuity on their next turn, although it can't stop the strict Proctor version of the... No, fine. So let's attack. Play Redain. Okay, we love to see it. Impulse costing 3. Just feels so much worse. It's because it is so much worse. Okay, what are we doing here? Let's... Well, let's attack with Redain. Play Resolute Reinforcements. Follow it up with a Loxodon, I think. We're not getting Supreme Verdict this turn. And they can't play the Wandering Emperor or settle the Wreckage. So let's hit them with an Imidane's Recruiter, because I think then that becomes lethal. I think that was Lotus Field. We didn't actually see any evidence for it, but I don't know, I'll take the win. So this is an interesting one. It's not a great hand, just because we have no artifact target for our Gleeful Demolition. So I think I'm going to send this one away. This is slightly better, but still not perfect by any means. Okay, looks like our opponent's on some sort of gate step. Yep. Oh dear, this is not going very well at all, so let's just play another Thraben Inspector. Yep, I imagine it's going to be quite short-lived, this game. Okay, well, that's improved a little there, so let's Gleeful Demolition one of our clues. Attack the opponent. And then we'll hold back and draw. Okay, well, that is a problem. Okay, so let's Warden into Warden into Sacred Foundry. Okay, they are determinedly stopping us doing what we're doing, what we want to do, so let's just start activating Den of the Bugbear here. Okay, they have another gate at last. So we'll just keep doing what we're doing. I feel we may be a little late here, but... I suppose it depends on how much damage we can do them. Because, yeah, they're drawing a lot of lands, but they're all entering the battlefield tapped. That'll probably do it, but... let's keep going anyway. Because one well-timed Imidane's recruiter can finish the game quite quickly, so... so let's play Novice Inspector. Activate Bugbear. So I think they probably kill me next turn with their Maze's End, but... yeah, I think they do. Yeah, we were far too slow off the mark there, just... no real early plays. Yep, we'll skip this one up. So, let's have some Get Losts for their guild summits. Thalia. I think that'll do. And what should we take out here? Again, Ornithopter into Arboreal Grazer. Doesn't feel particularly great. Yep, this is a good start. Just go as wide as possible, as quickly as possible. Okay, we like that, so let's blow up the clue token. Play Venerated Loxodon. Okay, well, it's not Gates Ablaze, at least. Looks like we'll be playing a lot of 1/1s for the foreseeable. Wow, they really need to sort out this, just can't see what's blocking what. That's fine, I think. I suppose they could Gates Ablaze here. No, okay, but they are gaining a lot of life. So let's just keep putting creatures into play. Okay, they're now dead to our 2 resolute reinforcements, at least. And they have 7 gates, so that's not enough. Okay, very good. Okay, maybe Gates is worth trying at some point. Let's put in Giant Cindermore, take out a Warleader's Call. Yeah, maybe with Spelunking, actually, it's quite good. Makes all of your gates enter the battlefield untapped. Still think it's a bit of a meme, but ooh, Thalia's good. And Giant Cindermore, so. Not the quickest start, but good enough, I think. So let's just keep playing creatures. Interesting. Okay, Thraben Inspector. Hold up the clue token. Interesting. Okay. Okay, let's... Knight Errant. Grab Thraben Inspector. Okay, well that's a lot of cards. Red Cap melee. Huh. Interesting. No gates ablaze, though. They can red cap melee me, but they'd have to discard they'd have to sacrifice a land, rather. Yeah, that's not a gate by itself, so it doesn't worry me too much. Fine, okay. Let's play Thraben Inspector. Play another Thraben Inspector. Tap all of our creatures. Just kind of set up for next turn, I think. Because I feel like if they had a Gates Ablaze, they would have played it, and they certainly didn't draw one there, so... They've only got 3 gates for Maze's End at the moment, so... Okay, it's a start. Still no gates ablaze, though. And they do lose to, even if they play Spelunking, we are currently presenting 12 damage. Do I need to blow this up? No. I need to kill that, is what I need to do. Yep. Okay, 3 for 3, very good. Boros Convoke continues to do good work. We didn't see a huge amount of Warleader's call there, but it did a decent job. Again, I'm not convinced it's necessarily worth the 3-drop slot that it's taking up. But that additional anthem ability is not nothing. So yeah, here's the deck list one more time. Let me know what you think in the comments. Thank you very much for watching. As ever, hit those like and subscribe buttons. Thank you, and I will see you next time.